You are now tuned into Sonya on Air. Welcome. You are now tuned into another informative and engaging edition of Sonya on Air, where I truly believe in involving the celebrity experience. Don't you just love a great intro song? I never get tired of hearing that intro. I think everyone should step into the world with their own intro music. But you know what? How do I start off each and every single show? I have another great show for you. Now, joining us later on in the show, we have Bianca Bonnie. Now, she's a hip hop artist and television personality, and I know you've all seen her on VH1's hit show, Love and Hip Hop New York. Now, just in case you don't watch Love and Hip Hop, I'm sure you remember her hit song when she first stepped onto the music scene. Chicken noodle soup, chicken noodle soup, chicken noodle soup with the soda on the side. Well, she's going to be here today. So she'll be joining us up later on in the show, but make sure that you stay tuned to Sonya on Air. But before we do anything else, let's jump right into it with Hot Topics. And now it's time for Hot Topics. Did you hear about what happened? I can't believe all of this is going on. Everyone's talking about it. Welcome back to Sonya on Air. First of all, before we discuss anything, I want to give a special shout out to my new listeners tuning in on The Blaze, found on the dial at 12:30 a.m. in Augusta, Georgia. That's The Blaze, found on the dial at 1230 a.m. in Augusta, Georgia. Yes. So you, no matter where you are in the world, you can tune in to Sonya on Air. And also, I want you to subscribe to the Sonya on Air YouTube page. I've already posted a few videos of past shows, so now you don't have to miss out on celebrity news or celebrity interviews. See how much I love you? I create different pathways, different opportunities for you to tune into the show. Now, something that recently happened, and I look forward to this every single year because you know that I love music. We just celebrated the 20-year anniversary of the death of the notorious B.I.G. If you call him Biggie Smalls, Biggie, or Big Papa, no matter what it is, we acknowledged his untimely passing when he was murdered 20 years ago. I remember exactly where I was when Biggie Smalls was murdered. What about you, Alan? Do you remember where you were when
20 years ago?
Yes.
Can't even remember where I was last night. But no, I remember that. But I do remember when he got shot.
You do? Well, let me tell you where I was, okay? I was at Tuskegee Homecoming. Yes, I was that girl. You know, this is what's so different nowadays. You know, when I was growing up, going to events given by HBCUs, it was a staple in my experience. So that's where I was partying when I shouldn't have been. But I was partying at Tuskegee University. Now, coincidentally involving Biggie, what would you do if 20 years later you found out that the car you bought was the same car Biggie Smalls was murdered in? Now, the vehicle in which the notorious B.I.G. was shot dead in is on the market, and it is priced at, get this, $1.5 million. You hear the sirens in the background. Isn't that crazy? Coincidentally, just talking about the car that Biggie Smalls was murdered in, and then we hear sirens in the background. Don't you just love a live show? Just things happen. Now, the SUV that he was murdered in Like I said, it is priced at $1.5 million, making it one of the rare cars that has increased in value despite clocking up 100. And you saw that a car had 114,000 miles. You would not be paying $1.5 million. You wouldn't even be paying $20,000 for this. I'm telling you, this is a celebrity-driven world. Now, the car was bought at a public auction in October 1997, and the buyer only became aware of its history in 2005 when Los Angeles police told her of its past. Now, she initially bought the car to fit her family of 6. Little did she know that car came with history. That's like if you're dating someone, you want to date someone new, and then, years later, after you've just been loving all over this person, you find out that they have another secret life. What would you do? I don't know if I would feel comfortable, just being the owner of that car with it having such a sordid type of history. But like I said, you people are really celebrity driven. Now, the reason she wouldn't have noticed the car was riddled with bullet holes in the drive-by shooting in LA on March 9th, 1997. Yes, that's the date that Biggie Smalls was murdered. Now, the reason why she didn't notice is that the passenger door through which the rapper was shot was taken by police as evidence in the original murder investigation and was later replaced. Police will return the original door in the event of the car being sold. Now, in strictly vehicular terms, Tupac's 1996 BMW 750iL might be the better buy. I don't understand why, but it is selling for the same price, but only has 90,000 miles on the clock. What's the difference? 90,000 miles, 114,000 miles, both cars that I definitely wouldn't buy. Now, get a load of this. Now, if Tupac wasn't murdered in that car and the car was being sold, it would only go for $2,500. That's a whopping difference. 1.5 million, 2,500. I don't know what's going on, but once again, this is a celebrity-driven world. Welcome to America, home of celebrity news and capitalism. Now, speaking of celebrity news and capitalism, how did you capitalize, especially my ladies tuning in, how did you capitalize on this year's Women's Day? Now, Women's Day is an annual event that we celebrate around the world. How did you acknowledge and celebrate it? Let me tell you what I did. And if you follow me on social media, especially on Instagram, you'll definitely be able to see the picture. I acknowledged and celebrated Women's Day by doing an impromptu dance in the middle of the street in the Bronx. Yeah, I said it. I did it. People were looking at me like, who is this crazy lady in the middle of the Bronx street dancing? I wanted to celebrate and acknowledge my womanhood, to let whoever was in the surrounding area know that this woman has the ability to stop traffic. Good thing nobody ran me over. Okay. Happy Women's Day. Now, it's just because I'm just a very whimsical and in the fun type of moment girl. So that's what I chose to do. Let me tell you how a few celebrities decided to acknowledge and celebrate Women's Day. Celebrities like Beyonce, Adele, and Britney Spears celebrated their womanhood with us on social media. Now, let's talk about Adele for just a quick moment. Now, Adele posted this quote. I don't know who said the quote, but let me just tell you what the quote said. Whatever women do, they must do twice as well as men to be thought half as good. Luckily, this is not difficult. Lies, lies, lies. I was all with Adele and whoever wrote this quote, for the first sentence. But that last sentence, I just can't co-sign. I just do not agree. I know what she was trying to say. Like, we just do things with ease and with finesse. But darling, it is very, very difficult. It is. Now, I know, do we jump over hurdles? Do we persevere? Yes, yes, yes. But is it difficult? Yes, yes, yes. You know what? I like that we take moments or create moments to highlight, identify, and showcase our strengths. But darling, let's not let the other rest of the world, especially men, think that we just have fun doing it and it is not difficult. No, let me tell you something. If I decided to make the easiest of meals at home for my man, let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to sprinkle water on my face. I'm going to dash little powder on my face. I'm going to breathe a little heavy so that he thinks that the easy job that I just did was very difficult. So I can get some rewards afterwards. So, I don't know how you decided to celebrate or acknowledge Women's Day, but I'm just hoping that you did, even if it was for a reflective 5 seconds where you closed your eyes and you said something as simple as, I am woman. I just want to say, job well done. Shout out to all my lovely ladies out there. You know I'm a hip hop head, so when I just said shout out to all my ladies, you know what I just thought of? Just going back to Biggie Smalls, to all the ladies in the place with style and grace. That one's for you. Now, just talking about, once again, the celebrity-driven world, how about being a plus-size woman in this celebrity-driven industry? Let's talk about Gabby Sidibe for just a moment. Now, I don't know if you knew. I didn't know that she was thinking about it and she was about to do it. I just found out once it was done. Kudos to you, Gabby. Let me explain why I'm saying kudos to Gabby before I get into this hot topic. She was one who was about to go a drastic change. Because, dealing with body image, that's no easy feat. She decided to keep this a secret. Because I'm sure if she had told the world that she was about to undergo surgery, I'm sure the criticism, the opinions, the backlash that she would have received would be tenfold what she's receiving now. People are always talking about Gabby Sidibe's weight. Always. So I'm sure that she wanted to keep this to herself, create her own journey. And when it was done, she was just like, listen, okay, let the chips fall as they may. So many times, people let you in on what they're about to do. And then when it doesn't go right, you're like, see, I told you. So she kept her business to herself. So I appreciate Gabby for doing that. So like I said, she recently underwent weight loss surgery. Now, this was 10 months ago. I had no idea. I did see her losing a little bit of weight when I saw her on the last season of Empire. I did see some weight changes in her, but I didn't know that it was all due to the surgery. Now, she's been on the screen for a few years now, and ever since Precious, people have been body shaming her. Now, but on the flip side, you can tell Gabby realized she was morbidly obese and did something about it. Let's be real about it. She was morbidly obese. And once you get to that point, it's affecting your health. It's affecting your lifestyle. And because she is in this celebrity-driven world, I can understand. And, I share this all the time that myself, I'm a woman of a certain age, and I have my curves. And, I too receive comments about being in this industry and being conscious of the way that I look, being conscious of what I eat, which parallels the way that I look. And, I was sharing a conversation with Alan, my engineer. You hear me talking to him all the time throughout the show about just an experience I had this weekend as related to my age and my body type being in this industry. And it was very harsh words to hear. But what I do know, and this is something that I definitely share with my daughter a few days ago as she approaches her 22nd birthday. So flash over the years, ever since Precious, like you people gave it to her hard body when she first came out in Precious. But she didn't stop. She continued her acting career. And I definitely appreciate that because the words that people were throwing at her, it's amazing to see her survive. Now, now that she's had this weight loss surgery 10 months ago and she's steadily losing weight, and she's showing that she was beautiful then and she's even more beautiful now, Gabby is showing off her newfound curves on the red carpet. If you haven't seen any recent pictures of her, pick up People magazine and you'll be able to see how she looks. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, Gabby is detailing her struggle in her new memoir coming out in the spring called This Is Just My Face. Try Not to Stare. I love that title. I really, really do. Because people will stare. I remember one time, and this is a vain story too. I remember one time sitting in class in college, and this one girl, she just kept staring at me. This is just the flip side of Gabby's story. And why is this girl staring at me? And she pulled me to the side and she said, I was staring at you because you always show up to class impeccably dressed. That's the flip side of it. But imagine if she told me that she kept staring at me because she didn't understand why I was breathing so heavily, or why I was sweating so much, or why the chair cracked a little bit when I sat down. Imagine, you've seen it. Okay, let's share this one story. You go on an airplane and you see an obese person or a thick person, and they're about to sit next to you. Darlings, the look that you give those people. So once again, I applaud Gabby Sidibe for taking control, taking charge of her life, her weight, her lifestyle. Because with a face like yours, Gabby, people like me and my listeners on Sonya On Air, darling, we can't help but stare because you are absolutely beautiful. Now, on the opposite of beautiful or beauty would be ugly. Well, not so much ugly, but in this case, weird. Sierra. Why must you keep reeking of lack of common sense? Now, have you all seen the pregnant pictures that she took of her in her panties with no bra, holding her, I believe he's almost 2 years old, holding, he's like 18 or 19-month-old son, who is naked, by the way, who also looks like he's 5 years old, while her husband, Russell Wilson, is posing in back of her while on his knees, and he looks like he might be naked, so it's a suggestive picture, but he also has his face buried in the small of Sierra's back. I know you all seen this picture. Alan, have you seen this picture? You haven't seen the picture? Okay, so let me repeat this picture again. Yeah. So that you can all get this image in your head in case you haven't. Okay, so there's 3 people in the picture. Sierra, who has on no bra, no top, and she's just in her panties. She's holding her 18 or 19-month-old son, who is naked, but he looks 5 years old. Russell Wilson, who is her husband, he's also in the picture on his knees. It is suggestive that he might be naked. You can't see his face because he has his face buried in the crease of Sierra's back. This caused quite a social media frenzy. For me, once again, weird. First of all, like I said, her son looks to be too big to be in an all-natural picture with his mommy and stepdad. Plus, why is another man in an all-natural picture with another man's child? Now, Sierra and Future is the father of the child that is in the picture, and it's also Sierra's first child. Oh, by the way, Sierra's pregnant in this picture too. I forgot to add that. Now, Future is the father of the child who is in the picture, the 18 or 19-month-old boy who looks to be about 5 or 6. Okay. Now, what I don't understand is Future and Sierra, you've both been reckless and a little careless when it comes to parenting. All of the back and forth on social media, it's ridiculous. But Sierra, most of all, you seem to be the queen of petty, of team petty. It's really as if you want to totally remove Future from your memory. I mean, talk about my heart is Tony Braxton, breathe again broke. Ciara, you are really looking like a woman scorned. I don't like it. I really don't. I really do have a problem with another man posing that way in a picture with another man's son. Let me tell you something, just a personal tidbit about my life. You know, I like to be transparent. I like you to feel as if you know me on the show. You know, I have a daughter. Okay, when my daughter was young, I never thought about, even now, I never think about putting her in a situation where another man is taking her father's place. Like, she already knows who her dad is. And I know that the boy is young, but trust me, darling, when I tell you the memories that you still hold on to, even as adults. I remember walking to school when I was in pre-K. I remember that day because I had a wingworm on my nose. And I was embarrassed. I shouldn't have been going to pre-K in the first place. I just had to pause. I said, Mama, why was you taking me to school with a wingworm on my nose? I don't know. But I remember that vividly. I also remember being in pre-K and getting my first organ for Christmas. I remember the size of our kitchen. I remember walking home from school with my mom and my brother and seeing and hearing the fire trucks in the background and looking up at my mom and saying, I hope that's not our house on fire. And it was. And I say all those things to say I was young. And I still remember those things. My daughter, who's about to be 22, she has vivid memories of her childhood. So imagine you being naked, your child being naked in a picture with the naked stepdad. You don't think that your child is going to remember that experience? Ciara, you must do better. Future, you better step in. And I don't mean step in and get courts involved. I don't mean step in and be ghetto. I mean, step in and be a man who's an adult, who is concerned about the direction in which your child is going. Now, before this gets any hotter, Alan, I want to take a little commercial break. Okay? And we'll be right back with Sonya on Air. Stay tuned.
Pop it for a player, pop it for me. Turn around and drop it for a player, drop it for me. I'll rent a beach house in Miami. Wake up with no jammies. Lobster tail for dinner. Julio served that scampi. You got it if you want it. Got it if you want it. Said you got it if you want it. Take my wallet if you want it now. Jump in the Cadillac. Girl, let's put some miles on it. Anything you want, just to put a smile on it. You deserve it, baby. You deserve it all. And I'm gonna give it to you. Gold jewelry shining so bright. Strawberry champagne on us. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Sex by the fire at night. Silk sheets and diamonds, all white. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. I'm talking trips to Puerto Rico. Say the word and we go. You can be my flica. Girl, I'll be a flico, mamacita. I would never make a promise that I can't keep. I promise that your smile ain't gonna never leave. Shopping sprees in Paris. Everything 24 carats. Take a look in that mirror. Now tell me who's the fairest. Is it you? Is it you? Is it me? Is it me? Say it's us. And I'll agree, baby. Jump in the Cadillac. Girl, let's put some miles on it. Anything you want, just to put a smile on it. You deserve it, baby. You deserve it all. And I'm gonna give it to you. Gold jewelry shining so bright. Strawberry champagne on us. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Sex by the fire at night. Silk sheets and diamonds,
Get training in the nation's fastest growing career field. Attend the New American Chamber of Commerce NACC's Paralegal Certificate Program. Get the training you need to succeed now. NACC's Paralegal Certificate Program classes are available on weekdays and weekends to suit your schedule. Learn different areas of law such as immigration, bankruptcy, personal injury, landlord and tenant, civil rights, real estate, and more. The program is free to chamber members. There is a non-refundable registration fee. For registration and more information, visit www.freeparalegal.org or call 718-722-9217, 718-722-9217. Get yourself on the path to success today. Visit www.freeparalegal.org, www.freeparalegal.org.
Welcome back to Sonya on Air. I hope that you enjoyed that commercial song. If you are a loyal listener, which I know that you are, like, how could you not be loyal to Sonya on Air? Like, come on. I just posted a video on my Instagram page and on my Facebook page. During every commercial break, we do a little video content just to keep you engaged with this process, because there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes of Sonya on Air. Once again, I really want to give another shout out to my listeners in Augusta, Georgia, who are now tuned into The Blaze, found on the dial at 12:30 a.m. Once again in Augusta, Georgia. Thank you for allowing me to join your team and add some celebrity news Sonya way to your lifestyle. I hope that you're enjoying it, which I'm sure that you are. Make sure that you join my my social media pages. I'm on Instagram at Sonya on Air, and you can also like my Sonya on Air Facebook page. I'm also on Twitter. But also make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube page, where you will see and be able to listen to all of my past interviews in case you missed the live shows. Sonya on Air is definitely growing. I'm happy about that. So before we, let's do some more hot topics a little bit. Okay. Now, I'm a mother too, and sometimes I laugh at life. And I laugh at life because sometimes I could be at a formal event, which means I'm wearing a gown, or I can come from a business meeting or an event which I'm headed to right after the show. And after I leave those events, I'm transitioning into mommy. So a lot of times I'm walking down the supermarket aisles. I could be in a ballroom gown, but it never stops. You just have to transition. Okay. So I'm walking down the grocery aisle and my ball gown, and just forget the experience of me being in a ball gown going down a grocery aisle. Let's just talk about how expensive groceries are nowadays. Seriously. I came out of the supermarket yesterday with, I believe it was like 2 or 3 bags, and it was over $100. And I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me. And it wasn't like it was one of those expensive supermarkets like Whole Foods. Over $100 for just 3 bags. You gotta be kidding me. Let me tell you something else that's also expensive. I don't know if you've heard about this. A taco that costs $25,000. Yeah, $25,000. I won't be buying it. Let me tell you a little bit about this taco. Now, this $25,000 taco is available from the Frida restaurant at Gran Velas Los Cabos Resort in Mexico. This taco features caviar, Kobe beef, and the truffle brie cheese served in a gold flake infused tortilla and topped with even more gold flakes. Okay, now I know that it has expensive ingredients, but it doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound like, and I'm a foodie, okay? If it didn't make my mouth water, I don't think you have a winner on your hands. There's nothing appealing about this to me at all. Forget the fact that I don't eat meat, but even if I didn't, I mean, I just, And when people talk about the gold that you can eat, I don't trust that. I don't even think that sounds natural. I don't. I'm really stuck on. I'm like really looking at this. Like, who is buying this? That's when you know that you have too much money. When you have too much money, if you're like, okay, she just told me the ingredients. That sounds delicious. I'm going to spend $25,000 on this taco. You have too much money. I want to have those type of problems where I'm like, I'm going to get me a $25,000 taco. Now, then if you feel as if you haven't bowled out enough, it gets better. Now, this $25,000 taco also has a specially crafted salsa made from morita chili peppers topped with the dish. Now, the tacos can also be accompanied by a handcrafted white gold and pure platinum bottle of 0.925 tequila. How can I mispronounce tequila? You know I like to drink. Now, let me go back. This taco can also be accompanied by a handcrafted white gold and pure premium platinum bottle. This tequila costs $150,000. $150,000 for tequila and $25,000 for a taco. That's when you know that you bowled out a little bit too much. But we're going to continue to bowl out because that's what Sonya on Air does. So we're going to go to a quick commercial break. And when we get back, we'll be joined by Bianca Bonnie from VH1's Love and Hip Hop. Chicken Noodle Soup. Chicken Noodle Soup. We'll be right back with Sonya on Air.
Are you looking for a chamber to help you take your business to the next level? Do you want to network and expand your client base? Are you looking to attend empowering seminars at a discounted rate? Do you want to build strategic partnerships? Are you a budding or new entrepreneur? Do you need solutions to your small business issues? If you answered yes to all or most of the above, then the New American Chamber of Commerce is the right chamber for you. Join today. Membership has many advantages. Visit www.mynacc.org. That's www.mynacc.org.
Welcome back to Sonya on Air. As I promised you, we always have great shows here on Sonya on Air, and I'm not going to disappoint you today. So joining us on Sonya on Air, we have Bianca Bonnie. Bianca, how are you?
Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Oh, I hear you perfectly. Thank you for joining us on Sonya on Air.
Yeah, I'm actually in the airport on my way to South Carolina.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I figured as much. I wasn't
Yeah.
sure if you would be able to participate today, so we won't keep you
I know.
for long. Oh my
no,
gosh.
We actually bought in like 9 minutes. But
Really?
I'm like, let me get this done. Yeah.
Okay, so I had a whole bunch of things that I wanted to ask you, but we'll keep this
No,
short.
We could talk as long as I'm not in the air. So I'm with you until I take off.
Good. Now, we now know you as Bianca Bonnie, but when you first stepped onto the hip hop scene, we knew you as Young B. What made you change your name, and was that an industry decision, or was that you just growing up?
It was basically me just growing up. When I first got into the industry, I started out as Young B. I actually never got to choose my name. I really didn't even have a stage name. Like, I was never like a made artist. I was always self-made, like, so when I got into the business, they was like, one day my friend G died, I started off, I was on his mixtape, and he's like, so what's your name gonna be? And I'm like, I don't know, I'm just Bianca. And he's like, you gotta have a rap name. And then I just was like Young B, because everybody in school used to call me that because I loved Jay-Z and Beyonce. So they had the song Young B, Cruises down the West Side.
Highway.
I was like, that's going to be my name. And then it just stuck. And then I got famous. So I really never got to change it. But I went through a bunch of name change phases before I finally got back on VH1. And I was like, Bianca Bonnie, this is the one. This is it.
Wow. So you just mentioned VH1. We've all seen you on Love and Hip Hop New York. How did you get an opportunity to be a cast member of such a popular show?
Well, they reached out to me. They actually hit me in my DMs on Instagram.
Not in the DM on Instagram. Seriously?
Yes, in the DM on Instagram. They didn't hit me like this is Love and Hip Hop. They hit me like, this is a television opportunity, Eastern, and I'm like, oh, whatever, let me just check it out. I didn't believe it was anything big. And then when I emailed them back, they were like, yeah, this is one of the biggest shows, and I started getting hyped, like, it's got to be it. Like, sometimes when I want an opportunity, like, I just manifest it and think about it, and I want it so bad that it just happens to me. Like, so I've been wanting to be on that show since season one,
Oh,
so
wow.
it just kind of was meant to be.
Yeah, well, you're definitely blessed. Now, how have you used your opportunity on this popular show to leverage your career? How has it expanded your career?
I mean, well, I've never stopped traveling since I did Chicken Noodle Soup. People still know me from the record. It was such a big international hit record.
Yeah.
But it's we get 6 million viewers every Monday night, so it's definitely catapulted my following. I have 500,000 followers. I plan on getting 1 million by the end of this year or before next year. And it's just, I got a lot of following, and people that didn't know where I was got the chance to like find me, which was a good thing.
Wow. Now, you're still in your 20s, correct?
Yes,
Are you dating
very
anyone?
much fun. uh, Something like that.
No, because the only reason why I
Something like
asked you, like, I don't even want to know who you're dating because that's none of my business.
Right.
But, just people like yourself or just women in general who are so focused on
Right.
their careers. Is it difficult for you to be a celebrity and sort of maintain a relationship with someone?
I mean, it's not that difficult. With anything in life, any type of relationship is going to be difficult when you're in the industry or have a career, because even with friendships or family, that's all a relationship.
Right.
And you just have to maintain it a certain way. You have to be around people that know you and know like how important your career is. You have to have a team around you that understands that. So when you find someone, if you're lucky enough to find someone that understands that, then you'll be good. And if not, then that's just not the person for you.
Understandable. Now, talk about having the right team. We did see on the
Right.
show where it wasn't this past season, but season
Right.
before that, where Yandy started managing you. Is she still managing you?
Right. She's a part of my team. She does like consulting on a monthly basis, so she's definitely a part of Team B. But it's 7 of us. It's Dave, Parker, KK, my uncle the Drizzle, who actually made the Chicken Noodle Soup beat, my assistant Janae, Smooth, and yeah, we work very close together and grind and Pop. Shout out to Pop.
Well,
Don't
that's
forget
good.
about him.
Well, you definitely have a strong team around you because we do see how your career is just expanding. So, congratulations to you about that.
Thank you so much.
Oh, no problem. We're all rooting for you. Are you going to be on the next season of Love and Hip Hop New York?
I'm
Do you
not
know that
sure if I
yet?
can talk about it yet.
Okay.
I know it, but I don't know if I'm able to talk about it.
No, we don't want to talk about that. We just want to know if you're going to be on it. Do you know that yet?
Yeah, I don't know if I can say or not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
Well,
just
we'll
gotta
be on the
say, watch
lookout.
and see.
Thank you for
Yeah.
keeping us suspenseful. Now, what I want to just wrap this up with, because I do know that you have to board the plane.
Yeah.
Any advice that you may have for young girls who are who want to enter into this industry? What advice do you have for these young girls?
Well, I have a lot of advice for these young girls. One, you have to do it because it's your passion and you love to do it. You have to do it even if you weren't making money off doing it. You know what I'm saying? People get into this industry or this music business or whatever, the modeling, a lot of girls want to be these models and video vixens or whatever, and they get into it because they want to do it to get famous or, make money. But most of the time, it's a facade. You're not making the money that you think these people are making
Right.
because they're on TV. So it has to be your passion. It has to be something you really love to do. And I will also say, how people say stay in school. I always say it's such a cliche because it's like blah, everybody. It's
Right.
like this stereotype, they hate school, school is boring. But the more knowledge you have, the more business savvy you will be, because the industry is really just 90% business and 10% entertainment.
Right.
It's like if you don't know the business behind it, you're going to get jerked. You're not going to know certain things. You have to be totally educated on what you're doing. So get as much knowledge as you can. Read books. Don't be so stuck on this internet wave. Just be knowledgeable of everything that you're doing in that field. So if you're a model, read up on that. If you're a rapper, an actor, whatever you want to be, read up on that so you can know a lot about what's going on. And, like I said, just do it because it's your passion and you really love to do it. If you were making money off it or not.
Those are wise words. Now, I did say that was the last question, but this is the last one, I
No,
promise you.
ask as many questions. You're not doing it.
Oh, good, good, good. So
I want to get some things. I want to shout some things out too when you're done. So.
Okay. Now, you know that there's this whole rap beef between Nicki and Remy, and I know that Remy is one of your co-stars. Are you Team Remy or Team Nicki?
See, so I had an interview with Self on Power 105, and I'm like, I know when I start doing most of my interviews, everybody's gonna ask me this,
Yes.
but I had a political answer because I can't really answer that question. Like, I'll say to you, I have a personal relationship with Remy,
Mm-hmm.
so that's where it leans towards Team Remy. But
Right.
I could never front and say I don't like Nicki Minaj
Of
because
course.
I love Nicki as an artist.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, I feel like they're both great artists, and I just can't be in the middle of that because they're both doing what they have to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm an artist myself, so
Right.
I have to do what I have to do at the end of the day. But I like both of their music, and like I said, I have a personal relationship with them. It's not just with co-stars. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I grew up with her. Like, she had me under the wing when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? Then she went to jail for 8 years. I wrote her while she was in jail. So it's a difference. I don't know Nicki Minaj. I've never met her in person. I've never
Right.
spoken to her ever a day in my life. So, it's just like, I feel like all females, it should be a women empowerment thing. You know how hard it
Yeah.
is and difficult it is to even get in the industry.
Yes.
I'm not anywhere I want to be in this industry at all.
Right.
I haven't won a Grammy. I haven't performed on stages I wanted to perform on. I haven't won certain awards I want to win. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I would never want to burn bridges or say anything about any artist that's going to tamper with what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we definitely understand
So,
that. That was a great answer. That was a great
I mean,
answer.
that's my answer. I gotta stick to it
You
because
you
I
stick
can
to
turn
it.
the microphone when people ask me, and like I don't have nothing to do with that. But then I can't say, I don't have nothing to do with it because I have, like I said, I have a personal relationship with Remy,
Right.
and I like Nicki Minaj as an artist.
Wow. Now,
But it's
you
like,
yourself, are you signed to a label or are you an independent artist?
yes, I'm an independent
Oh,
artist. I'm not
wonderful.
signed to a label.
Do you want to be signed to a label? Or are
And
you okay with being an independent artist? Because I love the independent
but
route.
as of now, I love indie too. I love being
Yes.
able to do what I want to do when I want to do it. But
Mm-hmm.
because you're making money, independent is not a problem.
It's
It's
not.
a problem when you're not making money.
Right.
Because
Right.
you're free to do whatever you want to do, and you still can have these same outlets. Young M.A., she was independent. She was performing on BET stages. Chance the Rapper won a Grammy. She was
Mm-hmm.
indie. So until you get where you need to be, where a major is going to put their all into you, you don't want to be drowning with a bunch of other artists that's a priority in
Right.
this shell. So, like, I know now I'm still blossoming. I'm still growing. I'm still on my way to becoming an A-list artist. So I wouldn't want to put myself in a situation where I'm signed to a label and I'm not getting everything I need to get or the full push that I
Right.
know I need.
Well, I just wanted you to explain that route a little bit more because, back in the day, being an independent artist, that was really unheard of. But now you're
Right.
finding being an independent artist is becoming more.
Because the way the industry worked back in the days were there were made artists. Like a Beyonce, she's a made artist. Like she had
Right.
a management father. They created her image. She was in a group. She went solo. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they branded these artists. It was they had, I forgot the name of it when they actually coached the artist and told them
Artist
what to
development,
do.
I
And
think it was
artist
called.
development,
Mm-hmm.
artist development. That's what it was. They had that at the labels. You can't say certain things. They cleaned you up. They helped you and they put a budget behind you, and then you signed to a label, and they took you to the top. We don't have artist development. Artists
No.
to say whatever they want to say, and now that we have the internet, it's like you can show your talent and get on. Before, you had to go to these labels, go to meet this A&R, go to meet this certain person. Now they on the internet. You can hit them up. Oh, you don't see my talent? Okay, I'm going to go viral because I'm going to put my video up. Now, if a
Right.
million people like my video, now they're going to reach out to you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a different day and age.
It
Things
is.
change.
Well, you've definitely used this independent record label to your advantage. Do you currently have an album out, or can we expect one soon?
Right. So the ninth year is a project that I worked on. It was 9 years since Chicken Noodle Soup since I officially dropped a project. So the ninth year is out right now. It's
Yes.
on all music platforms. Spotify, Spinrilla. I have a Pandora station, Bianca Bonnie. And,
Oh.
yeah, it's on Apple Title. It's on everything.
Uh-huh.
Also, I did a video with Rotimi from Power. Power will be coming back on Stars in MVP Part 2 video. It's out now.
Wow.
Also, Faith in These Brown Skins is a video, touching on brown.
Oh, I love that song. It's a
and empowerment.
very powerful message. I love your
Yes.
song, Brown Skin.
I just want to make sure everybody go view that. That's on my YouTube.com/Bianca is King Global. And I'm working on a new project, 10 Plus, which will be dropping June 2017, like first day of summer.
Wow.
So
You're working hard,
I'm
huh?
working.
You getting it, huh?
I'm on a web series called Respect Life. That's on YouTube right now. It's really big.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Boom. It's a web series based out of Brooklyn, but they got me as a character on it, and everybody really loves it. And I'll be working on my bathing suit line and some merch for the fans soon. So I got a lot going on.
You know, I could definitely see the bathing suit line for you because this last season of Love and Hip Hop, like you was bathing suit worthy on the show.
Yes. And I moved to Miami, so
did you?
Yeah.
When did you move to Miami? You left New York alone?
Month.
Oh wow, wow.
Yeah.
What made you move to Miami?
I've always wanted to go to Miami. When I started doing music at 16, and I got a deal at 16. So I wanted to go to college in Miami, and my parents were like, "You don't know anybody in Miami to go to college out there." Right. So I'm like, so that's where I want to go. Like, I want to be there. Like, it's hot out there. I cannot stand the cold weather.
I know.
I can't.
Wow.
I would move to Cali if it wasn't too far.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
But,
wow. Well, Bianca, thank you so much for being a guest on Sonya On Air. You have a safe flight, and we'll be looking out for all of your new projects coming up. Continued success to you, and we'll be looking out for you on the radio waves and on television, too.
Right. Wait, and make sure you follow me on Instagram. Bianca is King.
Bianca is King. Thank you so much, Bianca. You take care.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye. So there you have it. So I'm telling you, live radio. So this was supposed to be recorded yesterday because, as you see, Bianca's traveling. But we made it happen. She's in the airport, and she took a few moments because Sonya On Air meant that much to her. And I hope that it means as much to you too. So make sure every single week you are tuned in to Sonya On Air for celebrity interviews, because this show, the purpose is to evolve the celebrity experience. Too often you get to see them on television. You get to hear their music, or you're seeing them on the movie screens. And not enough times do you really get to find out about that individual. This is what Sonya On Air does. We want you to feel as if you're sitting down having coffee or tea, maybe some wine with your favorite celebrity. So I'm about to wrap up this show because now I have to jet out of the station because I have an event, Step Africa. I'm so excited about this. I have about 132 families coming out. I was able to treat them for some free tickets, and we're just going to have an afternoon of culture. So I'm super, super excited about that. So I just want to, once again, just a few seconds to kind of reiterate some things that Bianca Bonnie was talking about. Have a team around you, because back then, you know, the industry kind of molded you. Now you really just have so much flexibility and the autonomy to kind of carve out your journey if you're really serious about this celebrity industry. Maintaining a relationship. Celebrity, non-celebrity, it's hard on the block for anybody. Oh my gosh. And, you know, she started off in this career very, very young, and she continues to leverage and increase and expand her career. So once again, Bianca Bonnie, thank you so much for being a guest on Sonya On Air. So we're going to close out this show, okay, by playing a song. Every song I play is like one of my favorite songs. Thank you so much for tuning in to Sonya On Air. I had a ball today. And if you feel like you want to bowl some more, go to Mexico and purchase that $25,000 taco that I told you about. But don't eat it all. Save me half. Take out the beef, though, because I don't eat meat. I love you so much. This is Sonya On Air. I'm signing out. Mwah.
The rhyme climate is wicked. Those that don't know how to be pros get evicted. A woman could bear you, break you, take you. Now it's time to rhyme. Can you relate to a sister's open up to make you holler and scream?
Hey, yo, let me take it from here, queen. Excuse me, but I think I'm about due to get into precisely what I am about to do. I'm conversating to the folks who have no whatsoever clue. So listen very carefully as I break it down for you. Merrily, 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 hyper, happy, overjoyed. Please, with all the beats and rhymes my sisters have employed. Look at me throwing down the sound, totally a yes. Let me state the position. Ladies first, yes?
Yes.
Believe me when I say being a woman is great to see. I know that all the fellas out there will agree with me. Not for being one, but for being with one. Cause when it's time for loving, it's the woman that gets them strong. Stepping, strutting, moving on, rhyming, cutting, and not forgetting. We are the ones to give birth to the new generation of prophets. Cause it's ladies
I break into a lyrical freestyle. Grab the mic, look at the crowd and see smiles. Cause they see a woman standing up on her own too. Sloppy slouching is something I won't do. Some think that we can't flow. Stereotypes, they got to go. I'ma mess around and flip the scene into reverse.
With what?
With a little touch of ladies first. You must be blind if you don't believe what here. Listen to this rhyme. Ladies first, there's no time to rehearse. I'm divine and my mind expands throughout the universe. A female rapper with a message to send. The Queen Latifah is a perfect specimen.
My sister, can I get some?
Sure, Moni Love, grab the mic and get dumb.
Yo, praise me not for being simply what I am. Born in L.O.N.D.O. and down American. You dig exactly where I'm coming from. You want righteous rhyme and I'ma give you some. To enable you to age yourself and get paid. And the material that has no meaning, I wish to slay. Pay me every bit of your attention, like mother, like daughter. I would also like to mention, I wish for you to bring me to the rhythm, of which is now systematically given. Desperately stressing, I'm the daughter of a sister who's the mother of a brother who's the brother of another, plus one more. All four have a job to do, we doing it respect due to a mother who's the root of it. And next up is me, the MONIELOVE, and I'm first cause I'm a LADIE.
Contact and in fact, the style it gets harder. Cooling on the scene with my European partner, laying down track after track, waiting for the climax. When I get there, that's when I tax the next man or the next woman. It doesn't make a difference, keep the competition coming. And I recite the chapter in verse. The title of this recital is Ladies First. Are on the mic. The scene is right, the crowd is hype. I expel the whack and those who bite. Why? Cause I'm that type, swaying with beats 45 King style. He wants me to sing, but I'll swing so meanwhile. A footnote for the